They did it all for the love of their teacher, if only to save his life. The students of Nyamweru Secondary School did not just hear about their ailing teacher and wonder what next. They did something about it. In between their busy academic schedule, they would fry mandazi to raise funds for a teacher they describe as a lovely man.
Is that we started with the hope that we knew that we will accomplish our mission. And on Friday being the last day, we are targeting to have at least a good amount of money.
One by one, the mandazis sold, and by last week, they had collected 4,000 shillings. Now, that could be termed as a drop in the ocean, given that the principal needed 2.4 million shillings for a kidney transplant in India. But it was a step, so they fried many more. Until Kenyans had their cry and decided to give a hand in the form of a harambe. And yes, by the end of the ceremony, there was enough to airlift Simon Nganga to India.
It has taken us some time to get to where we are. And the reason why we could not have initiated anything was because we have had no compatible donor. So the role she's played in this function, I think it cannot just be explained.
Nganga has been ailing for the past 6 years, only relying on dialysis to keep him going.
We must really thank them for what they have done. I think the kind of support we've received from all over has had a lot to do with what they did start. Because indeed their concern showed the whole world, I think, how much they value me as their teacher and also their principal.
The kindness gesture demonstrated by the mandazi hawking students of Nyamweru Secondary School points to a deeper concern in the health sector. Their teacher will be heading to India for medical attention. He is one of about 2,100 renal patients from Kenya traveling to Asian countries where treatment is cheaper. Kenyatta National Hospital is the only public hospital in Kenya offering kidney transplant services. Like Nganga, for most Kenyans, the high cost is prohibitive.
We really need to look at our health sector. One, you realize also that even the dialysis machines are in very few hospitals. We need to bring them closer to the people, maybe at the level 4 hospitals that we have within the counties. And when it comes to transplant, you realize that probably when people go to India, that's when it becomes cheaper.
Example is dialysis costs 9,000 shillings in the private setup for a single session of dialysis. Kenyatta, we brought it to half of that, 4,500 shillings for a single session of dialysis. People require 2 sessions of dialysis per week on a long-term basis, indefinitely, because your kidneys are packed up. You really have to have that permanent help. So that's 18,000 shillings just for dialysis alone, aside from drugs. So together with drugs, you probably come to some 25,000 shillings every month, which is a lot of money indeed.
According to government statistics, about 1 million Kenyans suffer from kidney ailments. Unlike Nganga, whose students were apt enough to do something about his condition, thousands of patients have to make do with the limited facilities at the Kenyatta National Hospital, which has only 15 dialysis machines, which cater for about 300 patients a day. Anne Mawathe, Citizen Weekend.